Can't ignore Martin Lee forever. Need to start investigating him.
Friends, today we have a very special caller, breaking important news right here, because where else? Mayor Osborn, thanks for calling in.
No, thank you, Jonah. When you were publishing the Bugle, you were always fair to me. Tough, sure, but fair.
Well, that's my job, Mr. Mayor. All I have is my integrity, and I won't compromise it for anyone. Now, what's this crucial breaking news you're revealing for the first time anywhere on my show?
Well, after the brutal, cowardly City Hall bombing that almost claimed my life, it's clear our understaffed police department needs help. And I want to reassure the people of New York that I am providing it.
Aha! I said it! You all heard me say we needed this. Are you using my idea of bringing in cops from Lake Placid?
Ah, no. Though that was a fine idea. No, this would be a security contractor, much like the ones our military uses to assist our troops overseas. I can't name it until the contracts are signed, but their qualifications are impeccable.
Well, that sounds terrific, Mr. Mayor. Though, of course, I'll have to reserve my tough but fair final judgment until I have all the facts.
I'd expect nothing less. And let me stress, this is in no way replacing our brave officers of the law, just augmenting them in a way that cuts through the red tape and gets results.
And results are what we want. You know, I'm glad you're here, so I can share my theory on how Spider-Man may well be working with the demons.
And a fascinating theory it is, I'm sure. But my doctors are advising me to get some rest now, so if you don't mind.
Oh, of course. Thank you for calling in, Mr. Mayor. My lines are open for you anytime. Jared, did you hear? Tough but fair! That's our new slogan. I don't care who else is using it. Don't care.
Yuri, I'm looking at a Fisk site where there's a lot of people, but not much work getting done.
That you can see. They're keeping it under wraps.
I'll turn over some rocks.
It's gonna be tight while the boss is inside. We gotta earn on our own.
That's what we're doing here, ain't it?
And don't get me wrong. He's still got resources, but we gotta play it very careful.
To me, this is where we should have been.
Smart man. And when the boss gets out, we'll go out. You guys should be good.
Nap time.
Heads up. Who's there?
Sleep it off.
I see him! You're gonna have a bad day.
Is that really him?
He's mine! He's beating us! Send some guys. All of a sudden, ain't nobody here. Lay it down! It's Spider-Man! You know what to do. Don't mess with me. Live. Boss said hi.
latecomers! That's a lot of tardy slips I'm gonna have to write!
Get airborne! Bring him down already! Rack him! How'd he do that?
Gloves up! Say goodnight. Backup's here. Why don't I have backup? All right, nobody likes me.
Spider-Man, my sources say they're running exotic weapons out of that location. Explosives, rocket launchers.
Fisk does manage to get stuff you don't see outside the military.
That needs to stay off the streets, by any means necessary.
You're done for! We got him!
Reinforcements! You know there's different types of reinforcing. You could just say great job a lot.
Fire in the hole! Bring him down already! You're not bulletproof! Here comes the pain.
Take it easy, big Spider-Man.
Can't let him beat us! Get down! Can't let him beat us! I'll teach you some respect!
More of them! Kinda touching how badly you guys want to join your boss in jail. You asked for it! And we're done.
We don't take him down! Enough already! This will stop him! Locked and loaded.
Got Big Willie's guys and his weapons all wrapped up like Christmas morning.
Well, you've got a red suit, so you're close enough to Santa Claus for me. Thanks.
reportedly have an armed bomb. Incident occurred in Robinson. Over.
Breaking news just in. My sources tell me the police are now looking at the Demons as primary suspects in the City Hall bombing. If that is in fact the case, I retract what I said about Spider-Man not being to blame. He would be, at the very least, partially responsible. Because the reckless manner in which Wilson Fisk was brought down directly created the void the Demons poured into like the poison they are. Actions have consequences, my friends. And that's something Spider-Man has never understood.
Expressway near Atlantic Avenue.
Spider-Man?
Attention units, 1034. Repeat, assault reported. Officers needed in Central Park.
I beat this wrestler right after getting my powers. Never had that much money before in my life. Or since, come to think of it. Assault in progress. Gotta stop it.
Spider-Man!
Is this the mosh pit? Great!
Get him, Spidey! Don't let us down, Spidey!
I realize the irony in me saying this. I hope you've learned not to hit people. This piece of the Shocker's original uniform showed me how to protect myself from his blasts. Of course, they always upgrade, don't they? Forgot how much I love photography.
So, we installed energy-saving LED billboards all around this area. This station monitors how they're performing. I'm just hoping it saves enough money that Oscorp keeps this program going.
Typical. Oscorp ignored the specs and jacked up the voltage going into the billboards. If I don't fix it, they'll explode. People could get hurt. And it would definitely be the end of this station. I need to use my electric webs to shock the screens into shutting down. And I don't have long to do it. Definitely a target-rich environment. Someone should really bring back sign painting. Gotta hit each screen individually. Sorry.
Retail. Free custom tailoring. Don't buy department store. Waste your money. Best quality. There you go.
Maybe someday there'll be a billboard of me that doesn't say Menace on it. Explosions would make these ads more interesting. Phew. Now that the threat's passed, they can adjust the billboards properly. And they did save a lot of money, which seems to be Oscorp's priority, so I bet this station's in the clear.
Say cheese! It's crazy. I mean, they bombed the city.
Oops, sorry.
You say hi to my kids? Check it out. You like do something? What?
All units, masked terrorists have been identified driving a box truck. Incident is active near Longacre. Over.
This is route 1182. Any available units? 1182 along the northbound.
took a bullet from the cops back when they thought I was working with Electro. Good thing textbooks are thick. Too bad they're also expensive. Nailed it.
Available units? Possible narcotics sale reported. Witness reported location as the yard.
Masterpiece.
Hey, Pete. This lab monitors the health of marine life, and we've got a bunch of medicine on site if you need it. But the effects these diseases have, they are not something any living creature should go through.
Looks like there's a bacterial infection in the fish. I better take care of it before the food supply's contaminated. Found an antibacterial spray in the lab that should heal the fish. I just need to spray it over the water. And fast, before people start getting sick. First step, get to the docks.
Spider-Man? Oh man, sweet outfit! Runway ready!
The jammer I whipped up to jam Vulture's wings. Too bad he improved them after that. I bet whatever's in those barrels caused the problem. Gotta get him out of the water. Just call me your friendly neighborhood garbage man. These barrels are smarter than some of the guys I usually fight. Now that it's clear, this is a perfect spot to spray. If I spread it evenly, the water currents will take it far and wide. Gotta cover a wide area. fish will spread it to other fish, which is good, because there's not much for me to swing from further out. Based on the water currents, there's another area I need to hit. More barrels. Definitely the source of the bacteria. I'll get rid of them. Great thing about barrels, they don't shoot at me. The downside is, I don't think these barrels appreciate my quips. All clear to spray. Come on, fishy fishies. This is good for you. This is why I never had an aquarium. I bet someone calls this into Jameson as Spider-Man, water polluter. Okay, time to find a spot to scan my finny friends and make sure they're cured. All clean. Well, by the standards of the docks. We stopped an outbreak before it started. It'll be tough for Oscorp to argue this station isn't pulling its weight. With this vial of the lizard's blood, I was able to mix up a cure and turn him back into Dr. Connors. Too bad it didn't last. Black Cat's been here. She was doing this in person the first time I caught her. Or did she catch me? This can't just be some elaborate flirtation. Hasn't she heard of dating apps? She's up to something. Bam. That's Ty Stone's place. And it's full of priceless art. You're playing with fire, Felicia. But I guess that's how you roll.
So, numerous witnesses saw Spider-Man swinging through Times Square like the glory hound he is, firing webs at electronic billboards and causing them to reboot. Granted, those billboards are an eyesore. my day, sign painting was an art. But the more pressing question is, what was he up to? I have a theory. He is infecting these billboards with a virus so that they will subliminally hypnotize pedestrians. Hypnotize them into what? Into liking Spider-Man. And he's been doing it for years. This is the only plausible explanation for how many fans this menace seems to have.